We're moving on now to volumes 2 and 3 of Mikrokosmos. I think of this as focusing on technical courage and comfort even more as the pieces develop. And they're developing artistically too, but this is how we keep the two things together. As the pieces get more interesting and varied and our technique is more challenged, we want to make sure that we're comfortable all the time and that we have courage. Why do I say courage? That has a lot to do with using the arm freely, which I'm such a big believer in. And I don't know if this is in any way a more sort of old-fashioned way of playing, but I picture Arthur Rubinstein, sitting there in this lordly way that he did, and just, this, like I'm just gonna. I was sort of taught to play something like in that manner. The idea that you could get a noble, good sound by landing from a height and just being relaxed and with strong fingers. This is a far cry from the sort of idea of technique, which is we must always do the minimum in order to not exert ourselves too much. I don't believe in that. With certain things, yes, of course, scale work and things like that. A lot of times we are doing the minimum, but in general, use of the arm is key. So I don't know if that's what Bartok really meant as his theme, but I take it that way for sure in these pieces. Here's a good piece for getting into staccato. We haven't had much staccato up until now, but that's been missing from the menu. Now it's on the menu. So here's how the first piece goes of that. If you look closely at the score, you can see that, he's doing his little tricks, contrary motion, parallel motion, jumping in different ways, using weak fingers. About 8 or 10 places you can get confused in that, as simple as the piece sounds. Only a person who's ever played that piece knows how tricky it is. Let's put it that way. You could say that about almost all of these.